I do not think that we give ourselves enough credit for the amount of suffering that we've had to endure in this world. To be able to realize that you are not enjoying how you're feeling. You really hate how you're feeling. And you say, I'm going to keep on going. You don't give yourself enough credit for that. We treat suffering as something that is normal. Think about it. We suffer every day in different ways. Most of the time, other people don't even know how much we're suffering because we have learned to hide our feelings, and it's usually uncomfortable feelings. We've learned so well to hide these feelings that other people cannot see how we feel. We can't even show them how we feel. They can't even see that in our faces. A person can smile even if they know that they are truly depressed and they don't know if they can still go on. You hear on the news that, oh, this person has done the, you're like, they were laughing last week. I thought they were okay. It surprises you because we've learned pretty well to hide our true feelings. So a lot of people don't know how much other people are suffering. People are looking at their own lives like, ish, yeah, my life is bad. I don't have this, I don't have that. I don't feel like this, I don't feel like that. And you meet a stranger and you greet them and they smile and you assume they're doing okay. But it seems to me that everyone that you meet, or let me say almost everyone that you meet, is actually suffering. Maybe the people who are not suffering, who might just be bored, are people who are doing very well in our society, people who have access to a lot of things. But in general, it seems like the majority of people are actually suffering. Like if you've had to have real conversations with people about what they're actually going through, you'll be shocked. It's that people know that we don't even care about how other people are feeling, you know? Like no one cares. So you just have to keep everything to yourself because who's really gonna help you? If you're struggling with mental health issues, you know you gotta pay someone because no one is gonna be like willing to help. You know, most of the people that you would like to get help from are the people who will end up talking about you and exposing you and making things much worse for you, right? Because that will make things worse for you. You don't want people to know how you're feeling because you know no one cares. So you don't want anything that's gonna destroy your pride. At least you are putting on a fake smile and everyone thinks that you're doing okay, even if you're not doing okay, because you don't want people to laugh at you because you understand the kind of people that you're dealing with in this realm, right? So you're like, at least the only thing that I have now is my pride and my dignity. And then you talk to someone about how you really feel, and now you're exposed, and they're like, oh, You see that person smiling and all of that, but they're dealing with this kind of problems. And do you understand the amount of suffering that a single human has to go through in their lifetime? When you're a baby, you deal with baby's problems. You're born, you are alive, you exist. You don't know what the heck is going on. You see these people giving you food and all of that. You don't really understand what they are. You don't understand them when they're speaking. They're taking you to different places. You don't get what's going on. It must be hard being a child. I think we just forgot how hard it was being a child, because we don't remember a lot from the day we were born. We actually remember nothing really. So we don't know how hard life is for a child. Some people have bad parents who don't know what they're doing. Some people have parents who are mentally ill. There's a guy who left his kid inside his car. He went to his room to watch porn. His car was hot and his child died a horrible death. I don't know if we talk enough about the amount of suffering that sentient beings go through. You think people are happy? The people that you meet in the street, they're doing well, they don't have problems, they don't have things that are stealing their happiness. We have evolved to hide our true feelings because, well, that's what we've been taught since the beginning. Hide your true feelings. Yeah, you're a slave, you're not happy, but that's not gonna help. You can't complain. You can't go to a king and be like, yeah, man, I'm tired, man. Can I just get a year off? You know what I'm saying? Like, this slavery thing doesn't make any sense to me. You can't do that. You've learned pretty quickly that will get you in trouble. So you've decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna hide my feelings. I'm just gonna keep everything to myself. Yes, I don't like waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning and having to go to work for nothing, just to remain alive. That's it. That's all I get for working, really. It's enough just to not die, basically, right? So what I'm getting is just what I need to survive, nothing else. But I can't say anything about that. I just have to do what I do, put on a fake smile and act like everything is okay. That is what's normal in our society. Once you decide that, you know what, man, I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna tell it like it is, that's when you start seeing people's true colors. That's when people will shock you. You're like, damn, man, I'm just trying to express myself. You know, is it wrong? Is it too wrong to say how I feel? But yeah, it's not allowed. It's taboo in our society. It's never been allowed. So we have learned pretty well how to hide our true emotions, and that's what everyone is doing. And those who are not doing that are the people who are actually dying inside, you know? Because you think, hey, if that person is not talking, they're okay and all of that. But then you end up realizing that people are actually dying inside. I remember I told you about this episode of Family Guy. So Peter Griffin's mom just died. His wife is like, Peter, are you supposed to be doing a lot of things that you want to do? I mean, your mom just died. I don't really remember what the conversation was, but yeah, she said something like that, and it was like, no, my mom didn't die. And she was like, what are you talking about? And he said, no, sometimes the only way to deal with grief is to bottle it all up until one day it comes back as in the form of rage, and he started hitting the wall. And I thought that was funny. But yeah, man, why do you think that there is such thing as road rage? People piss each other off in the street. Like, some of my favorite videos were road rage videos, bro. A person coming out of their car just to fight. Yeah, instead of having a conversation. But it's a sign that we're not okay, we're not happy. You're gonna piss me off on a day that I'm not feeling well, then, you know, you're gonna see. A lot of bad things that are happening in our society are a sign that people are not happy. People who are happy don't even want to get in trouble. You know, when a person is not happy, they're like, what do I gotta lose? You know, what is it that I'm gonna lose at the end of the day? I'm already not happy. So when they get out of their car to fight you, they don't even mind putting themselves in a life and death situation. Think about it, man. If you just won like $100,000, right? You just won $100,000, and someone gives you the finger in the street. Do you think that you're gonna stop your car and approach them? Or you'll be like, no, man, whatever. Like, that is nothing. I'm not losing this amount of money because of that. Yeah, I'm good. Right? To you, it's nothing. It's not a problem. You're too happy to be brought down by that. But people fight over stupid things because they're not happy. They got nothing to lose. They want something to take out their rage on. That is why I tell people that when people try to start a fight with you, try your best to avoid fighting them until you can't. And if you can't avoid the fight, then go all out so that you will be safe, right? But the first thing that you try to do is to protect yourself. That's the first thing. You're like, okay, you know what, man? I step on your shoe, I'm sorry. If they continue, be like, yeah, you step on me, like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you keep on apologizing, try to avoid them, right? But if they hit you, then you go all out. Because, well, there was nothing that you could have done to avoid fighting them. But yeah, man, you don't want things to become much worse for you because of a fight or because of pride. You know, like, you've already been through a lot to make your life worse because of a fight. Now you're gonna have enemies in the street everywhere you go because you fight everyone who tries to start a fight with you. Sometimes say sorry, leave it alone. Like, it is what it is. I got nothing to lose. I know I can beat you, but it is what it is. And as they keep on doing it, like next time you meet them, they keep on wanting to start a fight with you. Maybe you need to do something about it, but in general, a lot of deaths that were caused by fighting could have been avoided, or a lot of injuries that were caused by fighting, or jail time that was caused by fighting. All of that could have been avoided. Sure. So you have to realize that a lot of people are suffering, but because that is what is common in this realm, no one even feel anything for you for suffering. You get what I'm saying? If we were all in hell and the demons were cooking us, you go scream, but really it's something that is happening to everyone, so really no one is gonna care. Like suffering makes us numb. Like it makes it hard for us to even want to help others. You're like, you're suffering, I'm suffering too. It's not like you're the only one who's suffering. We don't give ourselves enough credit for suffering, man. There's too much suffering in this world, too much. Like everywhere you look, it's suffering. You think people that you meet in the street are healthy? Like they're actually healthy. People be taking pills, bro. They're not feeling well. Paying a lot of money for pills to feel a little better because they're not feeling well. They got injuries. I had my ankle when I was young. That injury now, like it never truly healed, but it wasn't bad. But this year it has been bad, and I can tell that I actually need surgery. You know, because I can easily, like if I step wrong, that's it. I'm not gonna be able to walk properly. Like as we get older, like things just become worse for us, you know. The people that you meet, bro, like they have their own problems, health problems, relationship problems. Find that you meet an old woman and you think she's okay, but none of her children want to talk to her. She just lost her favorite child. All this, like we deal with a lot, bro. She has already seen a lot that she's kind of like dead inside. And we're not talking about these things. So it's not only people who are in hospitals that are suffering. It's not only people who are in jail who are suffering. They're suffering from different problems. But even if you're outside, you're also suffering. You know what I've realized? Okay. You know what I realized? I've realized that when other people say that you're not suffering and you're suffering, you might tell yourself that you're not suffering, right? So if you're in jail and you're suffering because you're in jail, then yeah, you're suffering, right? Like everyone, like you are there to suffer and you know that. But if you are here and maybe you have a decent job, you have a car, you might not even realize that you're suffering, but you're not feeling okay. Like you're just not acknowledging that you're suffering. And it happens a lot. Find that a person is suffering, but they're not acknowledging that they're suffering. It actually happens a lot. It's something that's very, very common. Because society says you're not suffering. That is why you hear people who are rich saying stuff like they are feeling lonely and all of that. And you're like, what the hell? Like it's taboo for them to be open and honest about how they feel. But yeah, they say it. I remember, like Andrew, I do come across his videos a lot on Facebook. Today he was talking about it, saying like the problems that he deals with. It's like, you know, not having, like wishing that you could have something is actually one of the best feelings that he misses. And you might say, nah, man, he's lying. But it's true. You know what it's like? Let me tell you what it's like. I told you that my favorite movie is Inception, right? If I was having a really bad day and they say, okay, let's erase all your memories that are relating to the movie. Like let's give you the experience of watching Inception for the first time. Then I'll watch it. I'll choose to watch it and I'll enjoy it. So it's, you know, that feeling that you get for getting what you want, like that feeling is good, right? So it's the kind of feeling that he's trying to describe, you know. But it just sucks when you don't get to win. At least you did get to have a lot of things that you wanted. But what sucks, it's not even, another thing that sucks is not even getting half of the things that you want, and you keep on wanting things and you never get to have them. So at least if you're gonna have them, that's better. But again, you're gonna keep on wanting new things. But if you get everything, what do you end up needing? Like, it gets to a point where you don't want anything. You'll be surprised when you see rich people who are bored. Or you watch a TV series like Squid Game and you think, hey, these rich people are evil for making people do these crazy things. Well, the real truth is that, well, they're actually bored with their lives and they want something that is entertaining, and they find entertainment in that. But you wouldn't find entertainment in that because you've been wishing for what you were not having, for what is hard for you to get. So that's what you feel like is what's going to entertain you, and it will if you get it. Like if you won $1 million, you'll be happy for a while. I'm not going to lie to you, but you'll get used to the feeling. You will literally get used to the feeling, and your life will, like the quality of your life will be better, but really you get used to how you feel. You see, happiness doesn't have to do with how expensive the thing that you've got is. You could get something that is not expensive at all, that doesn't mean anything to a lot of people, and you become happy. For example, if what you need or what you've been needing that you were not getting was to be loved, right? Let's just say that's what you wanted. Like that was what was really important to you. That will make you happier than a person who just bought their first Ferrari. If that person has always been getting love, so they don't even value love, like it means nothing to them, you know? They've broken a lot of hearts because love means nothing to them. So really, you could have it all and still be unhappy. You could find yourself like not having a lot, but you find that the small things that you're getting are making you feel better than the person who has billions, right? Like every year your life keeps on improving. Like that is kind of like improving the quality of your life, because you're improving. Let's say this year you were making 10,000 rand. Like this year you were making 10,000 rand, and last year you were making 2, and then 2026 you're now like making 15. 2027 you're like making 18. 2028 you're like making 20. Like it will make you feel better than someone who's a millionaire but who's already used to that, so there's nothing else for them. You know, they've driven all the cars that humans would like to drive. Even if they released the new Ferrari, it doesn't mean anything to them. It's just a new Ferrari. Do you get what I'm saying? Because what is it? Is it gonna fly? Is it gonna go to Mars? It's like there isn't gonna be a lot of improvement, right? There isn't gonna be a lot of improvement. I don't wanna use this street. I think I'm just gonna. Hola. Sure. Is there a way to cross, like from there? Oh, all right. Sure. So you find that these people are having all these millions, bro, but they're so used to their millions that nothing really means anything to them. Like they've already experienced everything. Like, and you also have to understand that the willingness to, because you don't just become rich, like you must be willing to screw a lot of people over. So the willingness itself comes from emptiness, right? It literally comes from emptiness. You feel so empty that you're like, what can I do? Like, let me just do whatever to have what I want at the end of the day. Because that's what really matters to people, is that they have what they want. That's what makes them suffer less. People are suffering, man. Life is a scam. Like, we lie to ourselves a lot about our experiences in this realm, right? We lie to ourselves a lot about how we feel. We lie to our children about what life is. Children are given false hope until they experience life for themselves and they'll be like, what the hell? What the hell was that? Because you want it to be something that makes sense because they told you it's something that makes sense, right? But you get older and you realize that it was all a scam. A lot of people start to realize that the whole thing is a scam when they're suffering the consequences of trusting life, right? If they tell you that, oh, get married, have children, this and that, and you do all of that, and then your wife wants half your stuff, your children don't listen to you, or she doesn't even let you see your children, you literally lose everything. You're like, ah, shoot, it was all a scam. Because I thought that if I get married, I'm gonna be happy, but I just brought myself more problems now. So living life with some level of doubt is actually the best way to live life. Like, you must doubt. Like, you must doubt things that you're being told about this realm. You gotta be careful. Treat life as a mystery because it is. You can't know who you're going to trust. Like, you must be skeptical about everything, like from the beginning. I think that's the best way to live life. Until you know something for sure, then you must be skeptical. You must be asking questions. You must doubt what you're being told. You don't want to be scammed. You don't want to find yourself in another trap because you believed people. It's you who's experiencing life. Like, watch how it is treating you. There's so much suffering in this place, man. We just don't want to talk about. We just don't want to talk about it. Because we don't feel that it helps. You're like, what is talking about my suffering gonna do? It's not like that's what's gonna put food on my table. It's not like that's what's gonna make me healthy. It's not like that's what's gonna make my ex-girlfriend come back, my ex-boyfriend come back. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that's what's gonna make my child want to talk to me again. If people got paid for talking about their problems, then you will know that people are not doing okay in this room. you actually know the truth about this place. That a lot of people that you admire, because we like to compare our lives to other people, right? So you see another person and they have what you want, and you're like, they must be as happy as I would feel if I had it. So you tell yourself that they must be as happy as you'd feel if you had what they have. But you find that they have a lot of problems that they're not even talking about. And I don't know why people find joy in, I don't know, knowing that other people got problems. Like, when I feel like you're the only one whose ass is being kicked by life. You want to feel like, nah, man, it's also kicking other people's asses. So if other people are doing worse than you, you're like, at least. What it means is that I'm not hated by life. Like, I'm not the most, like, it's not like I'm the most hated by life. Like, no, everyone is hated by it, right? You actually look at it that way. But the real truth is, man, people are suffering in their own ways, and a lot of people can't even wait for this to be over. They just won't tell you. You think it's easy to talk about these kind of topics. It's easy for people to truly express themselves. They know how we are programmed to respond or to look at them when they talk about how they really feel, right? People want to fit in. They want to be loved. They want all the good things that they can get out of life. And if they feel like if they act a certain way, they might end up losing that, then they'll be like, no, I ain't gonna act that way. So you find that they're no longer acting that way because it doesn't benefit them, right? People act in their best interest most of the time. It's not even about morality. If people lived in a country where, let me give you this simple example, like let's say women lived in a country where men were not helping them in any way, and they wanted to survive, so men were deciding that, man, for us to help you, for us to actually make your lives better, we're going to give you this, but then we want this from you. Like, things like prostitution wouldn't even be considered a bad thing. It will be something that is normal, Because what people are interested in is survival. That is why we don't question what we're doing to animals. Right? It's survival, bro. Like, morality itself is not even real. People are just trying to survive, but when we're comfortable, we start to find new ways to control people and be like, yeah, that is wrong. And like, how is it wrong? Everything, like, if you want to say that is wrong, then it means everything is wrong, and that is what is true. The real truth is that everything is wrong. You can't point to one thing and say, that's the only thing that is wrong about life. No, everything about life is wrong, right? Everything. Like, I'm not even talking, like, if I were to make a video talking about all the things that are wrong with life, I will have only, because I want my videos to be like an hour long, so I will have spoken about like less than 0.00001% of the things that are actually wrong with life. There are a lot of things that are wrong with life. And I'm talking about the things that I know. There are a lot of things that I'm not even thinking about that are wrong with life. So really, the real truth is that everything about life is wrong. We just choose our own sins. And this was helping. Sure. I've never been to this side. And it kind of looks messed up. You know, when you're walking and you end up in a neighborhood that you're like, dang, yeah, anything can happen. The truth is, this whole thing is messed up. This whole thing is a mess, and we are not honest enough about it. That's why when I see pastors wearing suits and talking, judging others, be like, or when I see a judge actually judging. I remember someone commented one of the videos that I published recently. I think they got they actually got they got this line from the song. I think it's bad. Something that has to do with consciousness, but it's a song by Eminem, right? Bad Conscious or something like that. They said, you can't judge me if you pick the jury. Something like that. That's how we're being to people in this realm. We are judging them because of the laws that we have created. We're like, oh, you've broken this law. You're like, well, you're the one who created this law. It's not like when I was born, I said that I'm not going to break that law, right? It's not like when I was born, I said I'm not going to drink alcohol. Imagine if you were born in a Muslim country and drinking alcohol was illegal. You didn't sign a contract that says you're not going to drink. So now you find yourself in jail, being tortured, and they will think that they were like they're actually doing the right thing because they are locking up all criminals. But really, they were just lucky enough to make up the rules, right? So you don't just suffer because of natural, like the problems that you like are natural. You also suffer because of the people who are more powerful than you, who are making up rules for you, who are trying to control you, who are trying to enslave you, who are trying to make their lives better through you. So they treat you however they want to treat you because, well, that makes their life better. For them to be like kings, you have to be a slave, and you must be okay with that. In South Africa, corruption is a normal thing. The people that are being corrupt, I don't even punish harshly. Like people who steal billions and not even be punished harshly. South African politicians, they can like get away with anything, bro, because they know a lot of secrets. I'm like, if I'm going down, you're also going down. So they find a way to protect themselves from the system. Your broke ass knows no one. You have zero connections. So whatever you do, you're going in, as long as it's a crime. This whole thing is a mess, man. We have endured so much as a collective that we actually deserve credit. Like when you die, there must be some beings waiting for you and be like, yo, we didn't think you were gonna survive that, bro, but yo, you deserve some compensation. Like that was hell, bro. Like we don't even know how you survived. Trust me, like all of us, not just one. Like, bro, being here in the world that you don't understand it all, where you don't have the answers, that is already bad, right? That is already a red flag. That is suffering because you don't even know where to get the answers. Who to get the answers from. So already you are suffering because you don't get what the heck is going on. I am trying not to get lost. I'm thinking this is where I gotta turn. When I got lost, I was actually looking for this road, so I don't know how I didn't find it, or it ends somewhere. Because I do know this road. It goes directly where I stay. There's a reason why if a person like is falsely accused of something and they end up doing time, let's just say they do 10 years, they will get a lot of money, right? But here's the thing, there are people who suffer more than these people, who are outside, right? But these are not the conversations that we're having. It's not like life doesn't choose the kind of experiences that you're going to have. It can choose good experiences for you, and then you have all these beautiful experiences that you have not done anything to, you have not done anything to have, right? You have not done anything to deserve. Or it treats you like trash, treats you worse than someone who was wrongly, fully convicted. So now you are suffering because you are you are born here, not because you have done something wrong. So you will also deserve some compensation. That's why I'm telling you that we don't give ourselves enough credit for the things that we've had to endure in this realm, right? We already treat suffering as something that is normal. It has gone to a point where people have given up trying to make that experience better. It's like, yeah, that's it, man. This is what I'm experiencing. What can I say? It's all wrong, man. And I don't think there's anything that can make it right. That's why I cannot look at this as a choice. It doesn't make sense to look at it that way. It's quite the opposite. I don't think there's a person who will willingly choose this. Like, yeah, I want to go on earth and like, nah, man. Because you don't know how things are going to be for you. You don't know what journey life has. Like, the thing is, life decides how you're going to be treated. It's not even up to you. There are people that look like they are disadvantaged, but they end up making it and having good lives. Like, that's how we view things sometimes. So they end up being successful. And we're like, yeah, look at you, you have 2 hands. That person only had 1. Like, no, man, this is more like lottery. You can still win even if you have 1 hand. You get what I'm saying? It's not like that person was better than you. They were just luckier when it comes to succeeding. It can happen. They're looking for a person with 1 hand for a role, and then they choose that person, and then boom, they actually make it, and they become very popular, and then, yeah, now they got money. But you could have your 2 hands and be going to acting auditions every time. Every time you hear that there's some acting auditions, you're like, I'm going there, but still, there's no success. You're not winning, you're not pulling it off. But they've only had to try once and they pull it off. We need to be honest about these things. It's more like a gamble. I'm still going to react to, not actually react, but I'm still going to, I remember I told you that there's a guy who made a video where he said that life is not more like a risk nowadays, it's more like a gamble. So I need to have him on so that we can, have a conversation. But yeah, that's how it is, man. It's more like a gamble than a risk. Like, if you make it, you were just lucky. That's it. If you win $1 million, you were just lucky. It's not. It didn't have a lot to do with your skills. Yes, you might be someone who is skilled. Yes, you might have tried to get yourself ready, but really it has a lot to do with luck. That's how you pull it off. It's luck, right? It's the truth that we do not want to acknowledge as sentient beings. Like, in this world, things will just work out for you like that. No. It's luck. But still, there's still suffering even after you've gotten what you've wanted. Suffering isn't something that you can truly ignore. It isn't something that you can truly avoid. It's something that exists in this realm, something that exists as a necessity, something that is not a bug but a future. So if there's something that you can't escape, is suffering. That's what I'm saying. We need to give ourselves credit for the amount of suffering that we had to endure as sentient beings. As long as we're intellectually honest, we will also do what is necessary to minimize suffering for others. It's one of the reasons why I'm like, hey, I ain't bringing nobody here. But, that's my way of minimizing suffering. I'm like, there wasn't much that I could do anyway to get rid of suffering in the world. Like, no matter what you think you can do is actually a trap. It doesn't help, except for one thing: you deciding not to bring someone into existence. But if you're trying to fix the problems that we have for beings that are already here, there will always be someone who suffers regardless. It's how it's always been. If you were to think about the suffering that the people who are inside these cars have had to endure, it might not be the same kind of suffering that you've had to endure, but it is still suffering. It's a different kind of suffering. You could think of someone who became extremely successful in the world, well known in the world, and you're like, they are well known, they have everything that I could have ever wanted. They're suffering in their own way. This room isn't letting anyone go off the hook. As long as you're conscious and you exist here, you're not off the hook. You are Will Smith, you're Puff, you're Obama, you're Trump. It really doesn't matter, you know. You are not truly off the hook. That is why some of the most powerful people will be trying to to do things that are very difficult to do, like to become the president of your country. If I had money and I was happy, I wouldn't even be thinking about it. Like, why do I have to become president of the United States? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do my thing, enjoy my money. I'm already rich. What is the point of that? I don't have to do that, right? But people will put themselves through things that make their life difficult because they are not satisfied, you know. They still find themselves suffering because of what they do not have. The hell room is brutal. The hell room is brutal, man. Thank you guys for watching this video until the end. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell me what you think about the video. Let us keep on growing. Thank you.